what we're going to do is we're going to go over some of the more apparent changes that will be visible in the upcoming patch. It's kind of funny how these things work. This patch was just supposed to be a hot fix to some exploits that the community was so kind enough to point out to us. So we spent some time working on those, but the folks on our team are always just so hard working on other stuff that we of course are able to cram a couple other really neat things in general, and of course some really nice quality of life stuff as well. So the first thing that'll become most apparent, at least when you start up DukeEd, is we have a new tip of the day thing. This was taken from Unreal 2, I believe, and yeah, it's just a nifty little thing. So simple, but just kind of fun, and then if we go to
What is step 2?
I'm not sure yet. If we go to the click on the DukeEd website here,
Swear to God.
I'll bring it over. So I'm not bringing over a bunch of other stuff. This actually brings you to the DukeEd page that was made by, oh, you had so much time to get ready for this. Flood? Hang on, his name is
yeah.
He's joined the team as a programmer as well.
Bloodscark.
Yep. He impressed us with his ability to whip this up, and he actually went and painstakingly restored a whole bunch of the stuff that was on the original site to a fully functioning site here. So it's really awesome, and yeah, hopefully we will be populating with this with some more stuff centered around the updates to DukeEd and some of the other resources you can use and access through here as well. Some of the other things in the editor that are big, as many people I'm sure who have messed with it know, one of the biggest issues with the DO update was it broke part of the editor.
It sure
so
did.
Now, thankfully, if I click the playtest button here, oh, this is also a neat little thing. We added this little splash up here. But if we go into the game itself here, you'll be able to see that I'm no longer free running in place.
Yay!
That's definitely a satisfying thing. Oh, this didn't work how it was supposed to. Let me see if I can tweak that really quick. I think I can if I just move him back here.
Yeah, we've recently got some really awesome stuff happening in this room, and a little animation test we did.
Well, maybe it's too close.
Are we trying to make that happen here?
Yep, I'm just trying to make it happen. Yep. Originally, W4 had sent me a copy of Hotel with it, but thematically it should be a human NPC and not an EDF soldier and other silly things that play in my head. So
exactly.
I tried to change it here, and now of course it's just, oh, maybe that's why. Why is that a spawn point? It shouldn't be a spawn point. That's most definitely why that's not working.
Good old Creature Factory.
There we go. Oh, that's another thing you might have just noticed there for really quick, but the new right-click menu now has new starts, so you can just right-click and add a path node, or right-click and add a player start if you're starting a map or working on a map or working on multiplayer stuff.
It's one of those things that it's going to save us hours in development, making that just 2 clicks.
And we're likely going to try to slowly maybe integrate some different things into there. We're still kind of discussing what the finalization there is going to be, but just kind of like a proof of concept almost.
Yeah.
Oh.
Come Come on.
He was really eager.
Oh God! Still a great animation.
One more time. I mean, as you can
The
see,
shadows
this
are a little bit.
stuff is brand new, like hot off the press. So this is actually the first time I'm really playing with it in the editor tier 2 live. So
yeah,
always good to
I
do
think we
live.
just got it working. Like, of course, yeah, that's the best time to demo things. Always goes well.
Yeah, it's only been a thing I think it's only been a thing for like a week or so. Maybe a little longer than that.
Oh, it's just so damn cool too. It's like,
did I do that?
What were you saying about the lighting in this room?
the shadows I see are just a little bit on the poppy side.
You're talking about the cart thing?
Well, the cart and also like the NPC shadows are just like constantly popping in and out.
I forget what the actual cost is.
Yeah. Also, as you can see, we've also added that for things that are interactive, we have like a feed style like glow to them now when you hover over them.
Oh yeah.
So we should never have the oven problem again if we so choose to make that another puzzle. Yeah, there you go.
It's okay. The oven is not gonna last for long.
Oh, I know.
So this map is actually undergoing a number of different changes. As you can see, it's actually here now. And those,
yeah, it always made more sense for him to be there, right?
Right, because he's trying to, yeah, especially with the way we're going to be rearranging the map. Now, I was just told that if I want to make the weird bug happen that causes the shotgun shells to spawn, I just have to shoot all of these.
Huh. Because that's never how I triggered it.
Yeah, I don't know. Such a mystery.
God, what a strange bug. Slent says, it's funny that I associate Unreal Ed's tip of the day function more with Postal 2 because the funny ones running with scissors added to it. Yeah, I mean, that's a cute little thing that, you know, we might add some goofy ones here and there.
I want to have one for at least every day. So
Exactly. And Richard Bear says, it's so nice this level has better brightness now.
Yeah, the editor actually, I think it was with the last update, but it may have been afterwards. We fixed some of the lighting rendering that was happening in the editor.
I've also moved the key card now, so it's easier to find.
See, it glows as well, so it's still also a little more obvious.
Yep.
Well, that's good. I know that was something we were worried about. It does go back to pulsating if I stop it.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, nice.
Hell yeah.
I know we were worried about that. So, but yeah, it's even nice stuff like this. So you can, like, you know, all these poker chips will light up. This money will light up. But then the only thing we have to fix it on still is, like, you know, the stool will light up, even though you can't really interact with the stool. So
yeah,
still a little work in progress, but it's a great concept. So.
Totally. And it's something that will definitely, like, help with visibility problems and such.
Yep. Something also that's nice. You can I think this came with the last update too, but people don't know. You can just press O for your objectives now. They just come up. I know another big request is us adding a way to just pull out the key cards automatically. So that's something we might also still look into. There has been some changes now. Also, I don't think that any are on this map, but now within the editor itself, there are different suitcases, and so there's a couple different things we added here. If we go into the render actors, It's gonna be. Oh man, Vegas. There's still just so
Gigantic list
much
of
here.
entities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's totally that Photoshop problem where you just call layer, and you're just trying to find the one layer that actually you did something on.
yeah, here we go. Plastic suitcase. So now you can just right click and add a plastic suitcase, and that's a little big. You can also just spawn a suitcase with cash. And so what a suitcase with cash will
Yo.
do, this is kind of just really convenient for level editors or level designers. But now, we should get to watch it this time. We knocked him down. Oh, but then it got distracted with me. No. Go back to him.
Ooh.
Oh, he found his way home. Oh, that's cool. Oh.
The folks that are in the Discord, if you have any questions you want to
Step
come up
right
on
up and
stage,
get some.
I'll bring you up on.
So this is our plastic suitcase with cash, and now if I break it, money comes out of it. Same thing, there's also one that spawns snacks. So that's just kind of like a nice little extra environmental thing. So if a player, because I don't know, especially when you have an environment and you have a game where you can just break the miscellaneous stuff around you because it has a health bar, and you really want to just break stuff. It's nice every now and then when you get rewarded like that. And before we had to set it up in a way where you'd have to do this kind of thing, where you have like an object and then this spawn trigger on top of it. So this also eliminates that.
Yeah, Doom Forever is that game you play when it's just one of those days, you know? I had to. I had to say that.
I'm trying to think. Oh, if I just boot the game itself here.
Everything sucks. Everything's fucked. HR, go ahead and ask in no mic, or like I said, you can either ask in voice or in no mic. It's up to you.
One thing that's nice here, I'll show off too. Programmer was able to fix the video sync, so this is much better now.
I'm just getting
We have
started.
bent Snacker to our will. Ben versus the Game asks, are you guys talking with the others of projects in the work, comparing ideas, sharing code?
Yeah, we do talk with the only real other big team working on 2001, or the only real other team, I should say, working on 2001 is the Director's Cut, and yeah, I've definitely chatted with those folks, and we have offered different fixes and stuff like that, and yeah. And then we also regularly talk with a lot of the other Duke Nukem modders, whether it be for 3D, whether it be for 2011. We have a number of places within our Discord that you can check out some of the other Duke Nukem projects that are going on.
Yep. Yeah, we believe very strongly in, being a Duke Nukem community that celebrates more than just our project, that we want to celebrate all projects, whether that be, like for 2001, for 3D, or even we have people talking about the incoming 0 hour decompile, which is very exciting.
Right.
That's something I'm very much looking forward to.
So some of the other things that were added here, it's actually going to be in through here. Yep. So now it was a long requested feature. Now you can disable the strafe roll in the game. So when you strafe from left to right, the camera no longer rotates. And you can also do things like disable auto switching, so your guns won't change every time you pick up a new one or pick up one off of a dead body. And this is likely to be moved, but so we had talked about this previously, allowing players to use the MP skins in single player, because why not? It's just kind of fun. So you will be able to do that. This will be moved, but you'll basically just enable or disable this default mesh toggle, and then you will either play as Duke or play as what you selected in multiplayer.
Yeah. And that ties in actually into a question we got in the Discord. Is Atar asks, may I ask what the point of the Duke model with pupils serves? So they're talking the kind of the leak Duke, the Deadeye Duke. Why don't you just make the pupils a face option, the Deadeye Duke? Also, why is he called Leak Duke? Wouldn't it make more sense for the Duke with no pupils to be referred to as Leak Duke? Maybe you guys are going for an Evil Dead reference. This feels very redundant. I think that's just a small oversight. That's definitely something we can address.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty certain that we could just set it so that the one with Deadeye Duke is just like a facial option. I'm sure that's something we could do. I don't know. I hate to say it's just an oversight, but I mean these things happen.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we how many new Duke models did we add in Duke It Out? Like 30 something. So yeah, it's probably just one of those things where like we forgot to check a box or something. Also, RetroBear asks, does changing any of the gameplay options, such as strafe roll or force default mesh, require a level reload? And I believe not. That should just work instantly.
I don't think so. I don't know about the mesh one. We'll test that live, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
But the strafe roll one does not require a level restart. I've already tested that. Something else that's kind of cool. I don't know if the custom crosshairs work yet. I know that's something that Hudson, who's been our UI programmer for the most part, has been working on. He's been doing a great job. He added all these customization options. I'm not one to mess with this stuff a whole bunch all the time, but I know people really dig it. I know that sounds boring, but on my end at least, But very cool. You can change everything as far as like the HUD's colors. You can decide whether or not the icons are translucent here on the main menu. You can change the color of your crosshair. You can change the size of your crosshair, and ideally, you will be able to change how your crosshair actually looks by default as well. Just to show it off, I guess a little bit, I will mess with it. Like, I guess I'll make my.
It was purple.
You can see this down here is changing color. What's that though?
We've got to actually start the event in the Discord.
Oh, go ahead and do that.
yeah, no, I got you.
Perfect.
Yeah. For those of you who are just joining us in the audience, for anyone who has, of course. Anyone who has any questions, either raise your hand or talk at no mic, and he'll gladly bring you up on stage to speak your mind.
A stogie and a babe. Is that so much to ask during some R&R?
Yes, I don't think the custom crosshair is working just yet. But the color.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely.
Changing the crosshair.
Joe chimes in no mic regarding I still want to finish fixing up Leak Duke someday. Team Monster got them all in wraps redoing. Made a little bit of a brick wall redoing his textures. So yeah, it was just a matter of just. We eventually want to ship the patch, honestly.
Yeah. It's something that will get fixed.
Yeah, of course.
A month is a good enough time. One of the things that is really nice about the highlighting change, especially in like places like right here, it's very clear that I can now use this. It's very clear that I can now pick this
I'd
up.
buy this for $1.
Nice stand out. Same thing with like switches over here. Like this switch will now light up like that.
Yep. It's just so handy.
Looks like Lady Luck just gave you the finger.
And it solves that issue of like, okay, well, what can I interact with this environment as well? If I hover over it,
It's a good day to die.
and maybe a bit video gamey for some people. I know that sometimes we had. I showed it to someone, and they were like, "Oh, what does that like break the illusion of like the Duke 3D world being like so realistic?" I said, "Well, yeah, but also it makes for a better game."
Right. Freezer now has an icon within here, and when the players get killed, it should also now show an icon, multiplayer.
Oh yeah. Oh, shucks, the audience. I'll bring them up.
And just to show the we'll test the mesh thing really quick too. Let me go to.
I wish we had like a third-person camera similar to like how it is in Duke 3D, like just for that very moment. It's like you just quickly check, but yeah, Mirror's probably better for it.
I mean, there's a command, you know. I could do that.
That's
I
true.
guess. Okay, so I'm gonna disable force default mesh.
Will Destroy asks,
So you
is
do not
detailed
have to
texture
restart
range...
the level. Sorry.
Awesome. Will Destroy asks, is detailed texture range not supposed to be changed yet? Resets in settings whenever you start the game. I don't think any of us have looked at the graphical options.
The level of detail is what's being asked about? No, I do not believe the level of detail functions properly.
I think specifically the detailed texture, not level of detail. Like when you get up to a texture, you get like the...
Oh, that does work.
Like
I don't know if it actually works if you disable it. I don't know if it can be disabled, can it?
Yeah.
Let's check here.
Yeah, we haven't really done a whole lot of testing with like the rendering options.
So, hang on.
The detailed texture range, that's what they're talking about.
Detailed texture range.
The very bottom?
Oh, okay.
No, you're there. Yeah.
It looks like it does work. Because the detail texture is definitely off on these walls now.
Oh, increasing the range. That's what he's asking about.
Let's find out.
So seeing the detail textures ahead of time.
Let's turn in like 1,000. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It does work. It's a good question. This is fun. Yeah, I don't know. I never thought to really mess with that, you know. But I would say yes. That does obviously that doesn't have a detailed texture, but like this does, and it's very obvious that has a detailed texture from this far away.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with these walls.
It's something that I remember messing with the League, but it was so like crash happy back then, for obvious reasons.
Right.
That like I just never touched it again. I think I touched with like level detail once, and then like I remember specifically testing the interview, and I was moving the mouse around, and the coffee cup on the desk was like constantly forming and like shaking and shit. Oh, I should bug this. It's like, wait, no, it's a level detail option.
You know you can't resist my ass.
Butcher Bear says it's usually the tile textures are the ones with the detail texture. And Will's saying I increase it to max and I restart the game, resets back to 200. Okay, so that's probably something we could... Gotcha. Yeah, that doesn't seem like what it should be doing.
Yeah, my guess is there's a default set somewhere in any, and we might be able to just remove that default, and then it might be able to let you set it manually.
Exactly, yeah.
And I guess just to test that too, I'll do that really quick.
While we're here. And again, for folks in the Discord, if you have any questions that you want to ask in voice, raise your hand. I'll be glad to bring you up on stage.
It did reset. That's a good catch.
Okay.
So, with a lot of that out of the way. I'm trying to think of anything else we can really kind of show off. As far as that goes, I think with that, we'll probably move on to what I would like to try to do. So basically, I guess just to show it off, this is just the merged hotel. This has been where the bulk of my work has been going. You can see it really doesn't like being dragged out like that. I'll also probably close this.
What's the command to summon a Tesla Raptor? Hawk asks.
So I don't know what the command is, but I'll show you this. Huh. Wonder what's going to happen now. His head's just going to pop off?
Gonna find out. Rim.
We gotta make it so instead of changing to those ones too, it changes to the one with the red eyes.
Yeah.
But what you should be able to do is hit F12 here and go to your spawn list.
It's such a handy little thing.
Oh, I guess the Tesla
JC
Raptor
made this for us, right?
I guess the Tesla
Good
Raptor
work,
is
JC.
not here for some reason. So, what is the command? Well,
I think Rainbow posted it, no mic. Summon DNAI.TeslaRaptor. Placeholder images. You can have fun with those. I think Tesla Raptor is intercapped. Also. It's a mystery.
One was happening.
oh, there it goes.
Hey,
Yikes.
there he is.
Oh, that's your death pose, bud. That's okay.
What a good boy.
This is the merged pet house, or merged hotel. There's some major revisions that are happening here. Basically, this is just hotel itself, and then you've got Dark Hotel is attached to it, built into it. They're the same map now. There's no more map load. And the plan is to actually have the player explore a bit of down here as well. Obviously, this is still in early stages, but I guess I deserve that.
I love zone portals. They're so good.
Yep. In that death zone. This third level you'll go through a little bit too. But yeah, that's all still very early in rough state. What I really wanted to work on today, though, and I might have to move the file over. We'll see.
What are you looking for?
Here it is. This is the geometry of the EDF training facility.
Oh.
And we thought it would be cool to try to incorporate it. And also, for now, it's just going to be like a one-off level. Not sure where we're going to stick it. It's just kind of something I've been itching on talking about working on for a minute now. But we do think it would be cool to find a way to somehow incorporate it into the actual EDF base, since, right?
Yeah, no, exactly. Vinny says that love the work you all have done so far. When you compare the work done maps, the originals included the cut, it's night and day. But I gotta admit, love exploring the original maps just the same. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's why we include them in our releases. So like, not just so you can compare and contrast, but just so like you can see just like, you know, where they were already and like how the fact that like, you know, I said it before, but like we're building on the shoulders of giants and like, you know, we're yeah, it's a wild thing. It's a wild thing we're doing.
Yeah.
Wait. Why are you building Mapster 32? I'm confused now.
Because this will allow me to look at the nope.
Yeah, Sheldon Boy, a hazard course like esque thing for doing that would be fun. But
This allows me to look at this at the same time.
oh, okay. Oh, it's from 0 hour. Okay, let's see.
So I have access to all these tiles and everything else like that. I just have to kind of find out which ones they are, and this is definitely going to be a good segment to chat about stuff through as I'm looking for textures and that kind of thing.
The funniest part of game development, dealing with fucking textures.
Yep. I keep reading 0 hours on build. Yeah, when that kind of came to light, that was like the wildest thing.
I think it's this one right here. That was easy.
What are you waiting for?
Still
Christmas?
just play more than like an hour of 0 hour, to be honest with you. I had every intention of playing it over my break, but then I just...
I remember your promise.
I know.
I
made a promise to the community, and I broke it, and I hope you can forgive me, but I was just playing a lot of Yakuza.
What are you waiting for? Christmas?
Listen, as much as I love Duke Nukem, sometimes you just need to play something else. You can't play Duke Nukem and Duke Nukem related games all the time, but that's
blasphemy.
This is how I get removed from the team for saying that I haven't played. So
come on.
still.
I mean, I've only played solo myself.
Yeah. I have finished Time to Kill though, so and I finished on original hardware too. So
Okay.
come at me. Salam says, Eurocom had some real tech wizards back then, even getting 3D models in DN64. Yeah, Eurocom is like one of those studios that's like always kind of ignored in like the
what are you waiting
grand
for?
picture of the industry.
Christmas?
They were such like a they did good work. Like they probably had like super tight time frames for everything they did, and they made it work more often than not. And like it really sucks the way they went out because they did not deserve 007 Legends. That was the fact they had to make a new 007 game in 6 months.
What are you waiting for? Christmas?
Like, I don't think anyone could have pulled that off. The fact they even shipped something in general is just incredible.
No one deserves Activision.
Yeah, tell me about it.
You missed nothing.
Yeah, Time to Kill Decompile would be amazing. Dope, man. Like, I think Time to Kill with like the level of care that like Night Dive gave to Shadow Man, that game could be incredibly sick. 0 hour high frames with mouse and keyboard is gonna be insane. Well, I mean, you can technically do that already with the injector, right?
What are you waiting for? Christmas?
Yeah. It's just a matter of like reducing like the barriers to entry and also like opening up 0 hour to modding, which I think is a way more interesting thing. Like the idea like, oh, like we could theoretically have like people making fan maps for 0 hour.
Right.
Come on.
Similar to how like people are now doing that with the Mario 64 and Zelda decompiles. Yeah,
Cool.
and also the fact that it's just a native application. Yeah, like again, like just kind of removing the barriers to entry is gonna be a huge thing. wonder. I don't think that bar I went to, that barcade, I don't think they had 0 Hour.
What are you waiting for?
So
Christmas?
That's awful setup. They did have Duke 64, so I did play Duke 64 while drinking whiskey in a bar. So that was all right.
What a big boy.
It was a horrible experience because it had like, imagine like the cheapest, laggiest HD TV you could possibly think of, with like the most cheapest like scaler box possible. Like but it was barely scaling the image, and the input lag was just so brutal. Just I don't understand how people were like playing Mario Kart in that thing. It's like you have to like think about your moves like seconds in advance before you do them.
You would be surprised at the amount of shit people do.
No, you're true.
When
It's
they have
true.
nothing better to do.
So I'm thinking if I roll up to that bar with a retro tank, I should get free drinks for life.
I wish I knew. I'm sure
It's
there's
not
a way
retro.
I could get the information I want through the actual, like through here. Like there's got to be a way I can. Why is it all locked up? Oh, because I have that open.
I mean, the N64 controller was it was novel. Yeah, it was a different time. I mean, like no one had seen something like that before. So like the blueprint had not been established for like how to control a game in 3D in that way, aside from Mario 64. So like, of course, it makes sense that like a lot of games were just kind of like figuring it out. Like I remember the way Turok did controls on like the N64 controller. That kind of became the blueprint the same way that like for a long time Halo was the blueprint for controls. It was interesting. And then GoldenEye came out, everyone tried to mimic GoldenEye. So like it's just whoever was the biggest thing just figured out how to do it. FPS controls and consoles were the master tool. Halo. Yeah, I agree with that. I still think that like this is probably going to be like controversial, but as someone who doesn't really like gamepads for shooters,
What are you
and
waiting
such,
for? Christmas?
I think
I was
the
gonna say,
best
someone doesn't
controlling.
play Halo, and I was like, dude.
Okay, so at the time, I didn't like Halo because I was a big baby who was like, bleh, consoles, who cares? PC gaming for life. I'm so mad that other systems exist. How dare you? Because I was a stupid child, yeah.
What are you waiting for? Christmas?
Now I like Halo. Yeah, Chiwake, this is a video game. This is what it is. This is what everyone's been talking about.
Oh, maybe this. Is it this texture? I'm sorry. I'm really trying to figure this out. Is it that one, you think?
It's all good. It's all good.
That one kind of looks like it might be it.
That looks like it, yeah.
But see, there's like a weird, like, thickness on the top and there's like a thick bar on the top and the bottom, too. I don't see
Come
that
on.
with that one, but that's the closest
Yeah.
one so far.
Yeah.
And that's the animal textures, too, so.
I keep hearing, what are you waiting for, Christmas?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm trying.
It's all good.
Come on.
What are you waiting for, Canada Day? Hello, I'm Crispy 2, what happened to Crispy 1? What?
What?
Huh? There's 2 of you now? Okay, hang on. There's some competition in no mic happening. Okay, so they're talking about the N64 controller, but yeah, Halo was awesome on the Xbox. Like I cannot say it wasn't, but for me, I think the closest I ever got to feeling comfortable with a first-person shooter on consoles is when, like, honestly, Call of Duty 4 standardized how everything worked, and like as much as it sucks, it was really easy to wrap your head around, and like the way that the movement worked with those controls, like everyone mimicked the way those controls felt. It wasn't a bad thing.
Right. I wouldn't say that sucks. I mean, it was good for a reason, you know?
Yeah. And then people were saying Halo Duke Skin when, John Blade DF 2001
Halo Duke Skin when.
Y'all
are ridiculous.
I mean,
not out of the question though.
Yeah.
I didn't say
I
didn't say it's not possible. I'm just saying it's ridiculous.
No. Duke Nukem jump scare.
What's the Wi-Fi password?
What are you waiting for?
We're
Christmas?
out of milk. I think a John Blade reference in TM 2001 would be fun because, like, in my head canon, John Blade is like Duke Nukem's like twin brother that they just stopped talking to each other because one of them became a cop.
Yep.
Also, guys, don't shit talk other games in No Mic. Like, I know you mean well, but it's like it doesn't make us look good. Like, I am excited for Phantom Fury. I know people are kind of iffy on it, but that game looks fully sick.
I think it'll be pretty neat.
And apparently they're releasing it as a full thing. So.
Oh, really? Huh. I thought they're not doing early access.
Yeah, from what I recall reading about it, it's just being released, full release.
Huh. That's awesome.
What are you waiting for? Christmas?
Nothing that changed.
Yeah, exactly. Surprised no one's made a PC version of Dreamcast controller. There have been recent attempts to kind of remaster the Dreamcast controller, like actually like make it more modern, and I've been meaning to check that stuff out. It's super cool. More than a keyboard and mouse in my hands. Okay, but here's the thing, like try playing Devil May Cry with a mouse and keyboard.
Yeah.
I did.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry you
But
had to go
I
through
played
that.
I played Dark Souls with a mouse and keyboard.
I played
Oof.
Dark Souls with a mouse and keyboard for a bit too.
I only ever played it with a
What are you
controller,
waiting
and
for?
then I
Christmas?
sucked at it.
Well, yeah, that's
I
kind of.
It's because you're a big baby.
I mean, I did get mad at that game. You are right there. I never got past like almost I got past the opening. I rang the bell, but I didn't get much past that because I could not get the timing down for anything. The people are slowly going mad with "What are you waiting for, Christmas?" I think they're about to start eating each other.
It's done. It's done.
Hey, dope man. You know what you're doing. Be a good boy and correct yourself.
What are you waiting for? Labor Day? Yo, Pingu controller, let's go. We love to see it. Oh, if you're not in the Discord, you're missing on the Pingu controller. Oh yeah, here we go. It's Pingu time now.
I guess I'll try.
Fuck Duke Nukem. Let's just make a Pingu game. Can we reference Pingu in Duke Nukem Forever 2001?
I
mean, hey, we got like a toy store.
wonder if it still needs to be a specific kind of PNG.
Pilot was 1986, original series was 1990 to 2000, revival series of 2003. That Pingu thing parody is never leaving my bookmarks ever. That is such a good style parody in every single way.
Jeffs, you can hear lurker now.
Bombshell. Yeah, we'd love to get 98 Bombshell working.
For multiplayer,
Who's
yeah, I
even-
think she is working for single player.
Yeah. Oh my god. Juwake just posted fucking Duke boot him. Oh no, they're socks. They're socks. I wear socks when I sleep. It's not weird. My feetsies get cold.
Christ.
Duke Sock'em.
Duke Sock'em, yeah. Duke'em Sock'em. It's a pretty good image. Of course, the people watching this in archive probably have no idea what the fuck we're talking about. This is a great time to say that, hey, join our Discord.
Yeah, if you
It's,
want to
I
get
think
in
we're
on these
publicly,
jokes and... What's that?
yeah. If you, I think we're publicly discoverable, right?
Yes, we
You
are
just look up,
on the. You can just use the public search function. If you look up Duke Nukem through the search portal, there's also Discord has like web pages set up for Discord servers, and we have one of those. We never get a link for it. But
yeah.
honestly, the link for our Discord, if it's not, I don't think it's actually on. I don't think I have it on Twitch here. I'll definitely have to add it, but it's on ModDB. It's on our
Yep.
YouTube. It's on our Twitter. It's pretty accessible.
Yeah. For sure. And I put it on our brand new co-host page and our Blue Sky pages.
Oh, and I guess I can do it here as well. We can just do this though. If you are in the chat and are not part of the Discord, there is the link.
Yeah. So you can join the absolute madness that happens
So you
whenever
can
we stream.
really learn what Scrunt is.
Yeah. Yeah. If you want to know the deep Scrunt lore, you need to
Scruntology.
join. Ben versus the game says it's been a while. Anyone know anything about the leaks of the builds? We
Haven't
are
heard anything.
probably just thinking, yeah, it's
Yeah.
not going to happen at this point. Like, if it does happen, that'll be cool. But like, we are more than happy with where we are. We have a pretty strong foundation.
Yep.
Somebody should do a drawing of Duke in a pair of platform boots, the kind of boots the members of KISS wear. Oh God.
I have it. I do think there have been some other leaks, right? Like I think the Far Cry 1 pre-release
Yeah,
source code
yeah,
got leaked.
yeah. All that leaked. Like, there was a recent one too, other than Far Cry, that was like, wow, okay, this got leaked, but um, that had to be like a while ago because my brain can't remember it.
Hmm.
But yeah, I think with where we are, that honestly, like, it'd be cool if we got another leak to like honestly just ransack it for materials, but like we're pretty good where we are. Like we have a lot to work from.
Right.
A lot to add in a fun way.
Hmm.
Oh my God, Caribbean Duke would be so fun, Lurker. I love Caribbean Duke so much.
I'm sure
Joe.
Joe would be down for that. Yeah.
Yeah. Get back to GIMP, Joe. I always thought it'd be nice to have a Duke Nukem museum with in Duke that has all the content. Yeah, that'd be awesome. I love a good interactive museum. That would be so sick. What game had a really good BioShock Infinite, and also like I think all the first BioShock game had that too. Or like, I mean, I think it was DLC, but I do love just a level where it's like, hey, here's some like shit we worked on that didn't really work out, but like it got far enough that we can show it to you, and like you can understand that it's not coming. Yeah, like big art rooms and stuff. Oh my god. Okay, I'm just gonna pin that. You can't stop me. God.
Let's see.
Caribbean Easter egg would be so cool, like a pig cop on a spit being turned by some zombie EDS soldiers in Hawaiian shirts. Yeah, that'd be fun. That'd be the kind of fun thing that we do. You guys have spoken to the devs. Was the strange idea they mentioned? What do you mean by devs? Like 3D
What do
realms?
you mean?
Because we have exchanged some emails, but like we haven't really spoken to them. A lot of them like aren't allowed to speak to us, to be clear. Uh-oh.
Yeah, not sure what was going on there. Just refresh the map.
Rayman 2 prototype comes to mind when I think of devs, including stuff that didn't work just for fun. Yeah, Rayman 2 is a great example of that. Big Cat Nukem, that would be a multi-level gag. Yeah, Ben, we haven't really spoken to like any former dev in length. Like we don't really have like anyone consulting on this. Like some devs have been like saying like, "Hey, that's cool that you're doing this," and like like good luck, but that's the extent of it. Aside from like people like Keith Schuler who like, but that's not for like what were
Yeah,
you planning to do
again, it
story
was just.
wise?
Yep, it was
That
just.
was just for multiplayer.
Yep,
Yeah,
a chat about one map.
yeah. Home from the Revolution casually putting the entirety of Time Splitters 2 in the game, just making it appear like it was just in the demo version. Yeah, that's awesome. A game that like people kind of like that game, I think. Like people don't hate Home from the Revolution. Like I think people like it's got some things going for it in a way that like people weren't expecting, but also is not very good at the same time. The only reason about the game, yeah, you're not the only one. The fact that you can just like hack an entire version Time Splitters 2 out of it is it's a pretty good selling feature, honestly.
I would argue it's a killer feature.
Exactly, yeah.
Looking at the way this geometry is done, I wonder if I would be better off still starting from
Making it
scratch
from
with this
scratch.
map. Yeah, because look,
Yeah.
like
I'd probably,
if I
yeah,
go into
like using
here,
it as a reference,
yeah,
but
this is
Yeah,
like this
but
is the starting room
ETPC
here,
did.
and like if I left like these steps, I was like, oh well, like I was just trying to think of like, I don't know, because there's something weird going on with the walls in here too. Like when I
right.
play something on there, and then set this, and then like wiggle my camera, of course. Yeah, there it goes.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
not
what's up with
ideal.
that?
I wonder what is causing that.
But yeah, if I like look at this like stair column right here, if I delete this step, it actually deletes like a whole bunch of subtracted space right there. So if I were
Yeah.
to rebuild,
Considering this was obtained, it would definitely be better to just use it as a foundation to
at least the textures don't mess up when
make
it's
your
like
own
this,
thing.
I guess.
That is true, yeah.
I think using it as a foundation will probably leave room for more unique, like, little additions if need be.
Yeah, yeah.
Keep forgetting how stupid the default Unreal texture is. Yeah, you see that texture a lot.
Yeah.
It's no orange box texture, personally. That's an interesting question. How much of the code in this build is 3D Realms, and how much of it is just Unreal code? I think
I don't know how to answer that in a percentage, but I will say that, well, without actually personally ever looking at only looking at some of the source code for Unreal Engine 1, There is a lot of custom code from 3D Realms.
Yeah, like
sometimes
lots
it's
of
foundational, but yeah.
Yeah, most of the renderer is custom code, right? The indeterminate goop. Isn't it like it's cave pearls, isn't it? Isn't that what the Unreal default texture is? Like it's a picture of like pearls in a cave or something.
Yeah. So it does the job it needs to. It just
I wish I had
Something to
an annoying thing.
Unreal Engine 1 installed. Because
I wish that
the 2D shape editor.
Yeah.
We're gonna suffer together, folks.
Oh boy.
A lot of this has been suffering together, and I
Oh,
appreciate
man.
your patience.
I would recommend you actually download Unreal 1 and set it up on stream rather than suffer this.
Okay.
What is going on?
Well, so we have this 2D brush editor, and basically what I should be able to do. Where did it save that?
This is how the sausage is made, folks.
It's right here.
Well, the 2D shape editor is just not great.
That's a huge understatement.
When it comes to the mouse input, I don't know the exact explanation behind it. I think it's something about the mouse acceleration.
I wonder if it was originally meant for like tablet, like Wacom-esque things or something.
But it works really well on a real head, and you can just Control C the brush from Unreal Head into Duke.
Okay,
oh, that's good
wants
to know.
it to be a BMP. That's what's going on.
Yeah, Jiwaki posted the wiki article for the Unreal default texture. It's a cool photo. Perlesian Gulf Formation.
There we go.
It looks like spoiled bubbling milk.
Oh, gross! Textures you can smell. Oh.
What the hell? Oh,
Imagine pouring your shreddies into that bad boy.
Oh. The magic of live entertainment.
Accidentally launching GOG.
No, there's nothing accidental.
Oh, novice
No, I think it's
for work
intended.
cradles.
I think this is very much intended, don't worry.
Yeah, this is the workflow.
Mm-hmm. For this, at least.
One day the rest of the editor is gonna get fixed up. Like, it's gonna be a progressive thing. But
Oh, yeah.
until then, at least we have the 2D shape editor that works.
We have made leaps and bounds in the editor.
Yep.
Like
Sure did.
compare the editor in the leak to the editor we have now. It is night and fucking day. That's right. We are powered by Unreal technology. Called Unreal because it is. Oh, and the stream is buffering because you're downloading Unreal Gold.
Hey, it's worth it.
Oh my god.
They call it Unreal because it is.
God. So goofy. As always, folks, while we're waiting, if you have questions you want to ask in voice on the stage, put your hand up, and I'll be glad to bring you up on stage to
As long
ask
as
your
it's not
question.
dope, man.
No comment.
All right.
Oh my god! Wow.
That's a.
Oh my god.
That's an image.
That is
That's a
certainly an
spicy
image.
marble.
God. I've already pinned one of your posts. I can't pin 2 of your posts. That's being greedy.
You can't.
Okay.
I can.
That's true. Oh my god.
Too long now.
So you need to install the patch already as well, if you haven't done it.
Oh, isn't
And
it
then you should just be
automatically? I
able to
thought
use
GOG came with the patches.
I have no idea. But I would just see Friender, I guess. But yeah.
Oh, wrong one.
Remember, we're professional game developers, folks.
Listen, we've already gone through one
Eventually we will have that asset made.
It's been made.
Really? Because I asked Joe last night if it was actually like finished.
Well, the cabinet is finished.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's in Liquid's arcade.
Interesting.
Okay. Well, it's in there, but the issue was that half the joke was missing in the one that I made for it.
Oh, okay.
The joke that somebody commented was cockbeater the third stroke.
Yeah, cockbeater third stroke.
Mine just is cockbeater 3D.
Oh my god.
This is what you're talking about, right? This is fine, right? October.
All of this is fine. We have. You all asked for the dev streams to come back.
All
you did
right.
not anticipate what the dev streams would be.
Okay, I'm not sure if you're actually using. You're definitely using an older version.
All right.
You're
real quick.
Yeah.
Commander Cody asked, would you guys be making any kind of cinematic or CGI trailer for the final release of the game? Unless you can find someone who will be willing to do it for free? Probably not. I mean, that would be a cool thing, but we have a budget of $0.
What savings?
I mean, really try not to break it.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, look at all my downloads, everybody.
I'm judging you. What, you call your F drive Megamind?
Yeah, it's my external hard drive. It's one of them.
Nice. I named all my hard drives after like AIs.
I'm sorry for you.
Nerf Arena Blast is the best game in Unreal 1 engine. I can't dispute that. That game's awesome. They tried to bring back Nerf Arena Blast, and it was so sad and pathetic.
Wasn't it a VR game? I'm forgetting.
No. It was a flat screen game, but like it was just they were trying to do like an Overwatch thing because like if you think about it, UT99 today is basically Overwatch, as sad as it is. And so they tried to do that, and it was so bad. It was so bad.
Oh.
God fucking damn it.
Nerf Arena Blast is pretty cool.
Oh,
it's so neat.
Opened. Hey,
Especially
this
seeing,
looks so
like,
familiar.
These really old Nerf blasters.
Look at how familiar
Yeah.
this looks.
Oh my god.
Alright.
Oh god.
So this one works. Oh, this works way better. It's still jank as hell, but it works better. Excuse me. Wow.
I still consider just like how depressing it must have been to be like working on DNF in like say like 2005 and having everyone have like the BSP monster at this point is dead for everyone else's game except for yours because they're all using Unreal 2 or even Unreal 3. And like you're still getting the code drops from Epic, but you can't actually use any tools in it because your engine dates back to 1998. It's like that'd be so sad. It's like, man, we keep upgrading our tech, we don't upgrade our tools ever. God.
Trying to think. Maybe instead of doing this now, I'm at least gonna do this. I'm at least gonna build this room, and then you know, I'm not gonna pull a Jeb Bush, but if we clapped, it'd be cool. And then, and then,
congratulations, you've installed Unreal.
And then what I'll probably do is I'll probably show off some of the other stuff that some of the other team has been working on, or some more stuff that the rest of the team has been working on. There's a cool updated version of Las Vegas Boulevard and the Lady Killer I can show off here. Whoops, that's my center point.
Oh.
I think one of those I might not have, but I'm sure the guy who made it will send it to me here.
I'm sure.
Yeah, the 2005 DNF builds have such a weird look to them.
Everything got that sweaty. Everything became greasy and sweaty.
It looks like a game that is made by a studio in like Romania. Like it has that look to it for some reason. Like it has that look of like, you know, like Chaser or something or Chrome or you know what I mean? Like it's got that look to it. Yeah, the Journeyman Project. It kind of looks like that. You're right. Like, damn, that's a deep pull. Star Trek Voyager set. Okay, be nice, Auk. We don't have to compare things to Star Trek Voyager.
It's a liminal sci-fi space image.
For all this time, I've been trying to find a good texture for the bolts. I mean, bellies. Fuck it, it's been tough.
Yeah. I mean, finding textures for, like, anything, it seems like such like a trial and error process.
See, I have a way to do it without texture, but I consider that inefficient, because it's basically me having to make a brush.
Yeah.
For each set, okay. To show you what I mean, image comment short slash.
Crispy asks, "Where's the Devastator?" Crispy is now going to be sent to the sun for asking that.
Bye bye.
And thinking of something with Crispy with, and that is not the sun.
Yeah, photo source textures are so badass, honestly. Like yeah, like Substance Painter and all that is like super cool, and like making like modern like game art tools are really awesome. But there's nothing quite like just going outside and taking a photo of a doorknob and then putting it in your game Like,
Hey, Crispy.
That's the real shit to me.
Hey, Crispy, where is the multiplayer weapons day?
Oh!
Oh, maybe I should clean this up.
Yeah, that's
Here
just a
first.
2005 screenshot. Looks like came out of like a 3D Mark benchmark. Blender's planar track feature to extract textures from images. Yeah, that's awesome.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, ETPC, this is what I'm basically trying to find a good texture for, and it's tough. So you see the bolt's front area?
Yes.
Do you see those stripes?
Yep.
I have no way to make it, like there's no texture like it. The stripes are, so I could probably end up just whipping something up. I've done it
Yeah.
before.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about. That is somewhat difficult.
3 game editors open right now.
Now you're
Those are
really
numbers.
gaming.
See, you got a pretty good shape in.
Right. And really quickly. I can't remember what to do now. Extrude, right?
Yeah, although my recommendation, well, never mind, it's fine actually. Wait, it loaded into this? Impressive. Whenever I tried to load the sign into DukeCAD, it would just crash.
Oh, I want it the other way.
Good old 5 a.m. Go!
Oh.
I haven't heard that much there when I was putting together the building.
Good to know. Means the engine's getting, the editor's getting more stable.
Well, it was more like me actually having the wise idea of just making the building in a separate map and then importing it over.
Right. The Unreal Ed texture dithering. I love texture dithering, honestly. It brings me back to like the days of like Voodoo 1 cards. That's like my favorite thing about looking at old magazine screenshots for like PC games at the time is that like the colors in them look so weird and fucked up in a way that's like really pleasing to my brain. And I wish that someone would like I want to say someone has made like a post-processing shader that like approximates the way that like Voodoo cards would render colors at like this weird like not even 24-bit color where it's like it's so artifacty and like smeary and the color banding is all over the place and it's just like I'm home.
Uh-huh.
My homies love Duke Ed Windows. That's so true.
All right, there we go. Hey, I think that's pretty close to how it is. I just need to do this. Boop.
Hell yeah.
And I think that is actually how it looks.
You can
Oh,
thank
there's a
me.
little bit of a gap.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Oh my god. The thing Atar just posted, the shot from like Toy Story 2 or whatever. It does look like that DN 2005 screenshot. Oh my god, that's so funny.
That's a good bit.
Good bit. Apologies to everyone watching the recording later on and us referencing everything happening in the Discord channel.
It's okay, I have a funny one to post.
Okay.
Liquid.
Okay. There we go.
This is an ominous
That's
thing
how
that's
it
happening.
looks.
Hey, hell yeah. The first step is complete. Whoop. Unreal Ed cares not for texture alignment.
Some of it can be fixed. I cannot set up by hand. If there are some places that have too many faces, you can probably try and see if you
Nothing should have too many
merge.
faces. What, you think I can just...
Oh, no, never mind. When ETPC said what I said, I was thinking it was more of a case of a plane surface having multiple sides.
That makes sense then. Oh, wow. Yeah, look at that. That's... Huh. That's impressive. Oh, are y'all posting Unreal Ed screenshots? Hell yeah.
You said all my homies
exactly, yeah. Crispy said that, not me.
Oh, yeah.
But I also do love Unreal Ed splash screens. There was a really great thread on co-host about, like, I think it was Joe Wintergreen who posted just like a collection of editor splash screens from all different Unreal Engine games, and like it was such like a cool thing to like look at because like you just don't see that anymore. So can you build completely off topic from Duke Nukem, but they're talking about Hammer now in the no mic. So what is the most modern Half-Life editor? Is it Trench Broom or is it Jack?
It's Hammer plus plus, to be honest. Or
Hammer
wait,
plus
no,
plus?
we're talking about. Are you
Gold
talking about
Source?
Gold Source?
Yeah.
Not my realm.
Yeah, that's what I've always like. I remember asking someone like, okay, what is like the Trench Broom equivalent or of Half-Life? It was just like, good question. I know some people really like Jack. Yeah, okay. Jack, Hammer plus plus with Source, Source 2 Hammer is the best, yeah. Oh yeah, the Ray and Pen picture from the leak for Duke Ed. They were nerds at 3D Realms. They were big nerds.
The nerds all around you. One could be speaking to you right now.
Oh my god, I could be a nerd too. What a horrible thought.
True. None of that now. Okay.
Source 2 Duke Nukem when? Absolutely not. I mean, unless that one guy who's like making the Lady Killer in Source wants to do it, by all means. That Source recreation of Casino is so cool. Yeah, is that you, Slenef? You're doing awesome work. Awesome work, man. Valve just opened source the Gold Source engine already. Absolutely agreed. Nask is doing the Penthouse Casino. Okay. I do love that we're seeing a world where people are recreating like the leak maps in other engines. Like yeah. I know some people were like recreating it in Build, and that stuff that's just so goddamn cool. Weird mess between licensing of the code. Yeah, I can see how that happens.
Yeah, and that's why you go, well, it's been 20 years. Who gives a shit?
Yep. It's like, whoops, it fell out the back of a truck.
Screw your contractual agreement.
What, you didn't come after Val? Do you know how many knives Gabe owns?
I'm not saying that.
I think the only
He's got the
people,
most
like,
expensive karambit. Sorry.
there's a limited amount of people who have like access, I think, to all the gold source stuff.
I know the Sven co-op guys had access for like a hot minute.
Yeah. There's also the people behind They Hunger. They had it.
Oh, like Neil Mank?
I don't know what they're officially called, but I know the people behind it have it because, well, it's out there in some kind of like wiki or something, and also there's like higher resolution edited versions of Half-Life textures that appear, I think, in the like the retouched version of Day Hunger.
Interesting. Huh. I didn't it's like, is this a new like group of people remastering They Hunger or something?
No, I think the remaster happened in like early 2000s. It was just like, I guess, going back and touching up the old stuff that looked bad.
Oh, okay. They Hunger's character textures, so I can laugh every time I see them. Yeah, that pistol model where it's literally just like the Glock skin with like a picture of a Beretta on it is mwah,
Guys, it's a Beretta
perfect.
now.
Yeah, no, you nailed it, Neil. Great job, buddy. And then with like episode 3, they have like CS guns because they got Gooseman in to make a couple guns. It's like, oh, okay. Now you just have like this incredibly sophisticated pistol all of a sudden.
Okay, so the first, just switching
I
gears
like
a
the
little
video
bit
game
here.
we're working on.
Okay, which version did you load? Striped or
this one
Striped
is
Core?
just the normal strip. So this is just going to be, this is a test of slowly trying to merge the different parts of the Las Vegas Strip into one map. There's still plenty of optimization and stuff like that to be done. Anyways, so a lot of this here has been added. Only really El Matador has been added, but a lot more of the further down the strip and the road has been finished. We're also trying to do things like flesh out like proper locations and stuff like that as far as all these buildings go. We've been looking a lot
I'm
at
currently working on the Bulls building, which is basically the building that is next to the Lady Killer. I'm trying to shape it closer to how it is in real life rather than the 2002. It's the the one next to the Lady Killer.
Oh, this one here.
So that one, yeah.
Gotcha. I like this though. I don't want to lose this.
No, I don't want. No, I'm taking that away. No, I'm not taking that away. I'm just taking shaping the skyscraper building next to it.
Oh, gotcha.
Two of them.
Gotcha.
To make that look closer to what they are in real life. Same textures and stuff, just shaping them a bit differently. Oh yeah, don't worry. The cards are. This is a.
Cars are having a good time.
This is a test map still. But yeah, as you can see, different parts of El Matador merged into the strip here. I wish I was a little faster. But it's partially just, or I should say it's mostly right now, just to kind of give us more of an idea of where everything actually is. We've been building out the maps individually, and then the plan is to see what we can push the engine to as far as adding stuff to it. So
my thought about it, based on some of the stuff I've seen, Las Vegas Boulevard and the sewers are likely going to be one of the same map, and Matador and maybe Forbidden City and Booty Island could be together, maybe, big maybe, and then the boxing arena will be the last one.
Yeah.
If Matador is its individual map, it's then just Forbidden City and Booty Island merged together. So this is still using a lot of the what is basically the first slice foundation. What has been changed is the street mainly. The focus has been on getting the street exactly how it's meant to be shaped.
Yep.
Based on all the levels placed This version doesn't have all the well, as you can see, it doesn't have everything yet.
Right.
This map is called Strict. No pun intended.
Big fan of Depeche Mode.
But the highlight of this map, as at least as of right now, outside of this detail, is one of the buildings that was completed.
That's in the other version.
That's in
Here's a question:
it's in this version.
If we go with like the merged maps, have we actually measured what the performance loss would be on like older machines? Like, I know that we have like a WinXP build in mind, but I wonder if like merging maps might break that.
Well, you have to consider that the reason maps were split off to begin with was because they were basically working on so they were working on chunks to make it quicker to work on stuff. They definitely were planning to merge some of the maps together before this.
That's true.
Yeah, so it's just kind of sorting which maps that we're supposed to merge. Because I'll be honest with you, even just like the default Las Vegas, well, leaked Las Vegas Boulevard is a different story, but even our current version of Las Vegas Boulevard just didn't even run on my XP machine.
Yeah. It would be really cool if in the future, like, once we're finished, if someone could take our stuff and like down res all of it to work on like 2001 computers. That'd be like the coolest shit ever, honestly.
Right.
But yeah, this map has a lady killer. The other one is yeah, this map has a lady killer. The other one has all the maps together, but I don't think it loads in game. So it's only in editor.
Gotcha. One of the other things that October's been working on is revamping the Lady Killer and trying to actually complete it.
It looks so good.
So now, before, these were all just like weird plates that made up numerous unnecessary like extra brushes and stuff like that. So now they're all big solid objects, and the entirety is actually here, so the back is actually here now as well. It actually makes the nuclear symbol from the top like it's supposed to.
Have you ever wondered what the back of what was that meme about the...
You ever wonder what the back of Union Casino looks like? Well, bam! Yeah. There it is.
So this has specific continuity elements added to it. You're never going to notice it from the floor per se, but some things you can notice. The ship is there. From the change map stuff. The scale, I believe, is mostly right. There might be some things that are off, and the way I'm planning to go around addressing that is doing the same thing I did in the other map. Putting the entire chapter 1 in the Lady Killer and seeing how the scale works.
And
which should also help with the changes we're doing.
And you said it's actually 40 floors too, right?
Yeah. It's exactly 40 floors plus the penthouse.
Shouldn't it be 69 floors?
We can make it 42 floors.
No, that's even worse.
Is it?
420 floors.
No.
Oh.
And then we just play the entirety of the next episode.
So the presence of having a fully fleshed out Lady Killer is also going to be part of stuff that we're going to do with Chapter 1. Because there's parts in Chapter 1, as you all know, where you can actually see the Lady Killer info. And the specific spots where I think this could help, we will see when we actually start seeing how doable it is, of course.
Yeah.
Is Penthouse. Well, you're actually going to be able to see the butt of the Lady Killer. Potentially Casino, you're actually going to be seeing a better glimpse on what the streets are going to be, if it's doable. We'll see what can be eventually put together on the front. And if I'm not missing any map, I guess Hotel in a way, but Hotel is very limited as is. Hotel will not really get that much of a big change.
Oh, I would love that. VIDEOGAME anime in the style of Sin anime when, like, a fucking, like, gritty 80s ultra-violent, blood-soaked OVA for Duke Nukem would be, like, so good. So good.
No, the other map, as I said, I think crashes when you try to load it, but you can try anyway. If it loads, you're gonna be underwater. Because, fun fact, if you didn't know, putting all the maps together actually reaches the maximum amount of zones, and it starts merging them together,
Oh, dang.
which causes water. Yeah. So this has no, that's a different one.
This is just stripped
Did
with
I
my
fuck
port.
up and send you the same one?
Womp womp.
Yeah, this actually, I don't even know what this does. What this is. This
Oh
is
god
just
damn
this,
it! Let me
maybe.
see. I can send you a different one. Hold on.
Yeah, a VIDEOGAME animated show with the style of that Spawn cartoon, the 97, would be amazing.
Was it this one? This one. Oh yeah, this one because I was using the leak. That's why. Because all these maps are the actual leaked ones. Okay. Yeah, you have another one to download. Let me just find it again. And let me actually find your chat because I.
No worries.
So
no
the
worries.
one. It's 23 megabytes. I forgot. Yeah, it's the one that I'm sending you basically has all the maps together, and it was basically used to actually build the roads to scale. And it still shows how each location actually fits within each other.
Did you know?
I'll find it funny if it doesn't open. Because it should. Wow.
Replace
Uh-oh.
tip
Oh.
2. That's weird.
It actually appears. Yeah, if it doesn't
In
open.
progress, folks.
Oh, there.
No, that is to be clear, that is a gag I left because tip 2 wasn't helpful, and so
Oh,
it's a
okay.
reminder to remind myself to change it. So it is there
Gotcha.
on purpose.
So this version still has the old lady color, which.
That's fine. Wow. So
It's
this
not
literally
the main
does have
appeal.
everything.
Oh.
It does literally have everything, and it doesn't play nice when you boot it up. Which I
It
would
doesn't really
not
seem
do
like
it.
it's playing nice in the editor, to be honest. It's
And this was basically used to actually get things to scale. So one knows exactly where things go. The implementation of Booty Island was a bit rougher, because the actual Booty Island, if one does such a port, would require it to be lifted slightly.
You're missing the
regardless.
zone info.
I
Return
might
this water.
have removed it. I might have removed it.
Let's see if it boots.
But it's not the wood. It's not the watered zone that causes problems. The one that causes problems is one in. Oh yeah, you got to, because of the weirdness when it comes to whatever interpretation points do here. It's something that would require cleaning up in the case of merge.
Gotcha.
Because it's the way it connects to the volcano.
Wild.
But like, for clarity again, this is a big test map that was basically used to get skill, right? So
Yeah.
that work can be done on a separate side.
Right.
So what you're seeing is what you could consider as expected junk.
Yeah, it's
makes sense.
not broken by design, but with good reason.
Yeah, broken because, yeah.
broken because this is the literal limit of the engine right here.
So one could potentially still make something like this work. It would be really stupid if you did.
Honestly, it doesn't
That'll-
seem too bad on performance, other than the fact that everything's underwater.
Yeah.
Yeah,
do
the
one of
performance
these.
issues in order.
Watch this. I bet
The
you I can
performance
stop it
issues.
from being underwater.
So I can tell you what the area underwater is.
Okay.
It's the fountain in Kaiser's Palace. The central
Okay.
fountain has a specific zone info that when deleted works, which never caused problems until all basically started doing its own merging.
Trevor, did you just pronounce Caesar in the Latin way?
I get the right to do it.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Oh man.
Didn't realize you're a Fallout New Vegas fan.
Yeah, so the other reason for why 3D Realms split maps into chunks. This is on a good day, the amount of time it takes to actually compile the map by default
Yeah,
without
this
doing
is
lighting,
my
without doing
12th
paths.
generation i7.
Yeah.
So imagine this in a Pentium 3.
Right.
And this takes on average 3 minutes.
Christ.
So
Excuse me.
this is why they split the maps into chunks. It also allowed them to have multiple people work on the chunks, potentially.
Also goes to like kind of show you that like the idea that like, 'cause I know like there are people who still think like at some point this game was open world, and it's like, well, I mean,
Okay. Static
Maybe.
meshes potentially could have helped, but
right.
because
And static
what we've
meshes
seen when it
are
comes
half
to
integrated into this.
That's right. We're the progress in getting those in has actually been started, which is pretty fucking awesome.
But regardless of open world is a stupid term to use for what was hub based.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like if you're going around and thinking that,
It's
or
why
you somebody with the engine.
Fred over-exaggerated a bit with the open world claims. I mean, like, yeah, but I mean, I wonder if it was less over-exaggeration and more just that he just
Misunderstanding.
misspoke. Yeah.
Yeah, which so
Which
go
let's
to the Caesar
easy to
main
do.
fountain. You know what the one with the ramp is,
Yeah.
and there should be a zone info to delete. Do
Scan it.
unhide everything. Yeah, that one. Delete it, and it should be fine.
Does it just need to be adjusted so it's underneath this?
I don't know. I don't know if something happened that actually caused it to move, but I would just delete it. It's not gonna matter if this is an actual water zone or not right now. But you can keep it. That's the cause that I ended up actually seeing as why it was basically acting up. But yeah, performance-wise, it actually holds up. That's not even that surprising considering what Unreal Engine is. But it's also not something I would consider as super feasible. Because as ETPC said, that ends up affecting low-end machines, which you ideally don't want. Because loading the map alone takes 20 seconds, something like that. For me, which I have an SSD. Not that this leverages SSD, but you know. Imagine anyone else would recover.
Yeah, exactly. It would be kind of a nightmare.
But that's the kind of stuff that is going to be tackled eventually when we're going to have all the pieces that work together.
Yeah.
We can start making tests internally and seeing what we want to merge, what we don't want to merge.
Mm-hmm.
The one merge thing that we settled on so far is the stuff that basically you've already seen. Merge Penthouse, merge Hotel, and Casino and Buffet are going to get merged. So those are going to be 3 mega maps.
And that totally makes sense. Then that will also inform, where we go from there if that, works gameplay-wise, right?
Right.
No reason for why it shouldn't work, really.
Oh,
Like,
hang
we're
on.
already able to...
Chiwake has a question they'd like to ask. You're up, Chiwake.
Video game.
Cool.
Oh,
Great. Okay.
Video games are nice.
I mean, facts.
You
Video
know,
games.
at least it wasn't a gamer moment.
That's true.
Yeah.
Uh,
This is a certified we're still live moment.
yeah. That was the first
I
voice
wonder
question we've got all
why.
night, too.
I wonder why we stopped doing this in the general chat.
Yeah. Yeah.
You ever hear about video games?
I might timestamp that. Good job. It was funny.
Rice. Hey, Razor Ice.
Actually, I'm definitely not. I do not want to encourage that kind of behavior.
No, not really. Like, it's goofy when it's in text, that's fine, but when it's a voice chat, it's a bit
Nice.
much.
So
Yeah,
we'll even go ahead and say that even if we want to assume that 2011 actually, so you're still gonna glitch in there, yeah. You're gonna have to ghost because of that stupid thing. I didn't put in any relevant timing actually fixing that because if it would basically require stripping the events of that calculus for what is a task. That is main event when we looked at an inheritor.
No, like we looked at on stream.
But yeah, you can press F12 and just do it. But then you're gonna be teleported into the... Oh yeah, you're a ghost. You're actually fine. You can just move it as a
Oh, I
ghost.
could have just moved around.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dumbass.
Jiwake has a genuine question that isn't a shit post, so I will give him a shot. Okay, to be fair, they are also a game developer. I follow some of their stuff because they are a legal person. I think they are being serious. If not, I will ban them.
First off, thanks for the threat.
You're welcome.
Secondly, how many of the new textures for things do you think are like photo sourced?
Oh, a lot of them are.
Yeah.
With the 1999 asset CD, we actually got a lot of the reference photos too.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm just wondering if potentially if some future models are made and those like original and they use photo source textures, will like the original photo sources for those textures be released? Because I think that'd be cool.
I don't see why not. That's not something we've talked about, but I don't see why not. That'd be cool.
I'm gonna go eat dirt.
Good question. Thank you. Also, funny bit. I will
Thank you for
timestamp
the
it now.
question. Yeah. you have redeemed yourself with a genuine question.
This is pretty neat. It is definitely broken as hell, but it is pretty neat.
Yeah, it's cool seeing that the engine can handle this somewhat.
So,
well, I mean, if I pull up my FPS counter over
eventually-
here, it's running at
lag.
a solid
The lag
30.
on my side, I mean.
Real
So-
photo source tripper nipples. Yep.
I will eventually, whenever we're gonna get to that point, because we're gonna get to a point where we're gonna be able to test merging again when we basically have the maps in a more usable state, and then we can basically see this again and see how it would perform. It would be nice to have multiple versions, like some for low-end systems and some for not, but that's outside of the scope. Let's just put it that up. As of right now. These are also the no
I'm stuck.
Oh yeah, that's the thing I mentioned where it just suits you up there. So that's why, again, it's not usable in other.
Yeah, right.
It's
I feel you.
unusable
I
in
feel
game.
you. I wanted to still check it out. I had to do
Oh no,
it.
no, no, no! I don't blame you. I
Yeah.
don't blame you. But at least you got to see. You get to show basically hit actually being there, or in
Yep.
the same map. And the main issue is just the complication of the BSV tree, which, as I said, eventually when we're gonna have things to a more stable state,
Right.
it's gonna
Yeah.
be much better.
So we got one more question here, and then I think we're probably going to call it because my food is here, and it's been about 2 hours, so I'm pretty cooked. I know we didn't do
Yeah.
so much actual development, but we got to see a bunch of cool stuff. You got to see some of the stuff that's going to come up in the upcoming patch. So Razor Rice has a question. In the end, which API would be the main one, OpenGL or DirectX 9? Well, honestly, it's gonna come down to what we're able to finish first. It's kind of
Yeah.
what it comes down to. It definitely will be uploaded to YouTube. I'm going to download the VOD as soon as I stop the video, or as soon as it's available, and then make sure it gets uploaded. But yeah, it would really just come down to whichever one we're able to get done first. There isn't a whole lot of development being worked on with those right now. So I can't really speak to which one will be the main one. I think for now, I personally, I would say probably DirectX 9 right now, and I say that just because it has everything complete. While OpenGL it does run a little better, DirectX 9 has everything rendering properly. So
It would be nice to have OpenGL working in the future. Like
for
Yeah.
sure,
for me, OpenGL back then, like
Or even
first slice.
yeah. Or
Las
even
Vegas
like
oh, sorry.
sorry, go ahead.
First slice, OpenGL actually ran over 60 FPS. Las Vegas Boulevard, I mean.
right.
Yeah.
And that was a version that still needed a bit of a fixing up.
Yeah. And like we've definitely talked about this internally before, and we probably need to recruit more programmers for this who know like how to do this. But what we'd really also like to do is get like a Vulkan API going, because that would allow us to port to damn near anything.
Right.
That would be hot.
Yeah, but
I
we
think there
we would need programmers for that.
I think there might be. I don't think it's a. I think there might be a Vulkan wrapper that
Yeah.
exists right now for DNF 2001.
Yeah, DXVK, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
But anyway,
Yeah. But yeah.
our triumphant return.
Yeah, it was a pretty good one today. Definitely appreciate everybody coming out. Appreciate your questions and the fun bits in chat. Again, sorry that there's going to be some bits that were on the Discord, but hey, that's why you catch them live, and that's why you join the Discord. So,
Because you got that FOMO, baby.
Never say that again.
But thank you, everybody.
Hey, I'm the marketing guy. I have to.
Yeah, it's one of the sphere. But yeah, thank you everybody for coming out, and keep it easy.
Yeah.